Let me tell you a story about a beautiful little girl named Lucy. Within hours of being born, Lucy was placed into foster care. By the time she was 2 months old, she'd already been cared for by 4 different moms. If you look at the stats, the outlook on this little girl's future is probably going to be pretty bleak. We know that half of the kids who age out of foster care will be unemployed in their early 20s, a third will be on the streets, half will have a substance addiction, more than half will have PTSD. In fact, you're twice as likely to have PTSD as a child in foster care than a war veteran who's experienced combat because of all that these kids have gone through. Suicidal tendencies are 4 times higher for the foster youth than the average youth. Honestly, I could just keep going with the stats, but here's my point. This little girl has a world of statistics fighting up against her. Well, a few years ago, my wife and I heard about her story, and we talked together and we prayed and we said, man, if there's anything that we can do to help shift the trajectory of this girl's story, we want to be a part of it. And so we invited Lucy into our home. She became our foster daughter. And we began to just pour our life and our love into this precious girl. You know, Lucy actually means light. That's what her name means. And that's exactly what she's been to our family. She has been a source of light and joy and laughter in life. Has it always been easy? Absolutely not. But has it been worth it? Absolutely. We are so grateful that she's been a part of our family's story over the last few years. And you know, partway through our fostering journey, we were told by the social workers Lucy was going to need a new permanent placement, a new permanent home. And so just recently, we moved from being her foster family to her forever family. Now, let me tell you why I'm telling you this story. Lucy is one of thousands of children in foster care right now. And every one of these kids, just like Lucy, has a name and have a story. And every one of their stories matter to God. Foster the City is a coalition of churches working together to make sure that every child in the foster care system is able to experience a loving and stable home. And we do this in a couple of ways. Number one, we do this by recruiting foster families. Maybe that's something you're interested in. And number 2, we do this by recruiting support friends for foster families. These support friends provide practical, emotional, spiritual support to help foster families foster longer and better. Right now in your city, in your neighborhoods, there are kids just like Lucy. Kids who are in need of some love and stability, kids who are desperate for some hope for their future. With Foster the City's model, anybody can make a difference in the life of a child like Lucy. I want to invite you to learn more today at fosterthecity.org.